It's 11:30 on Tuesday, July 16th, 2024, and we're here in some super thick grass. Just super dense, super tall. This isn't Bermuda grass, this is something else. So, this is the southern, probably the southern third of this back 20. I just caught the cows all here. They avoided me when I was using the chainsaw. They decided to come back here, I guess, and hang out. This back 20, if you don't know, there's several little ponds that there's water in them even in the drought, so there's probably a couple springs feeding these ponds. But my goodness, look at this grass. I just had to show this off. So I haven't grazed here since, I want to say winter. I think I sent him back here in winter. There's the bull. Hello, Mr. Bull. So this is just one season of growth, the spring and then the early summer. Let's walk over there in the trees and get a better view, I guess. You know, the key, I think, is that monoculture doesn't work. You know, this back pasture grew everything, it seems, but grass for a while. Last year, in August or September, the owner, he mowed the back, well, the whole back 20, because there was just weeds everywhere after I grazed it for a couple seasons. And now look what happened. Now it's just filled with grass. I don't know how many bales he'd get per acre, but certainly quite a few. You know, look how deep that grass is. This is exciting for me. I've been doing this since 2021. I think I got the cows around July of 2021. And I got the property back in March of 2021. And this is really exciting to me because we had 3 back-to-back droughts. 2021, we had a pretty severe drought at the end of summer. They said it was a 150-year drought. 2022, we had, if I recall correctly, a really bad spring, just a dry spring. Nothing started growing until almost May. And then we had a dry summer. And then last year, we got a pretty good rainfall in the winter. But late summer, July, August, September of last year, we got hardly any rain at all. So another drought. Not anywhere as severe as the first 2 droughts, but definitely a drought. So it's kind of exciting to me to see things grow just unrestrained like this. Like, this is what I was expecting to get with 36 inches of average rainfall every year. But instead I was faced with, you know, record lows of rainfall year after year. So, and Snowball likes it back here too. He's come back here and run and jumped in the ponds and gotten wet and had fun. There's smells to be smelled and sights to be seen. One day, I want to say a couple months ago, I was just driving on my property. I happened to look into the back 20. I saw 3 deer. And when I looked at them, they just ran away. I didn't have time to pull out a camera and try to take a shot. But, you know, there's deer back here. I once saw a baby fawn along a pond. Must have been 1 or 2 days old. Because the mama abandoned the baby when we came, which is something you do for, like, newborns. She would come back later to find her, obviously. But that's what they tend to do, is they hide their babies when they're first born. And then bring them to the herd a couple days later. Which is one of the reasons why moving cattle during calving season is difficult, especially if there's wooded areas. The cows will hide their calves in the woods, and you'll never find them. So you got to pay attention to what the mamas do. So that the mamas try to go back, or if they start mooing where they came into the new move area, that means they're looking for an old calf that was born a couple days ago. So it's better to leave the areas open so the mamas can go back and get the calves rather than try to move the calves all at once during calving season. So just a beautiful area back here. There's lots of little open spaces and little areas of trees, and then just over that hill you can't see, but there's a pond there, and then there's the barbed wire that marks the property line. So I'm kind of at the southeastern edge of the property. Yeah, I really wish I could put wires up and move them. The problem is there's just so many trees here. The brush is really thick. I end up trying to run wires through the trees. Trying to find the other fence is hard because some places the fence is really covered with trees. And so my goal right now is just to cut the trees down around the fence, make a perimeter that you can drive around. And that should make it miles easier to set up cross wires, and then gives me the opportunity to set up a more fencing. So hopefully I can bring sheep out here. I think sheep would just love to be back here, especially with all the trees and the brush. They would just love to thin out those trees and the brush. And they would just love to mow down all the weeds, you know. But yeah, this year is a good year. I know people are saying it's super hot. This is just normal temperature for us. This is what we expect in July. 90s, if not 100. In fact, this year is kind of cooler than it was a couple years ago. Humid is good. Humid helps the plants grow. Humid helps keep the water in the soil. So hot, humid, and I think the record for the highest temperature ever in Texas is 120, but that's the whole state of Texas. That includes West Texas, which is a proper desert. It's more akin to Arizona than to the southeast. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.